Well, all righty, Merrick. I got another doozy for you this morning. I don't have a big morning audience, but I'm sure plenty of you will watch this video and thank me yet again. I got three stories for you tonight, but the big one is the only one I could fit in the name of the title. Yeah, here. And don't need that no more. My echo box. I don't need all that noise. But the main one that counts is in the headlines already, in a way. But remember, what I'm about to show you, I don't believe any other podcaster has ever shown this. I never heard a peep out of the fucking news, any of them, and it's been right there in the wide open this whole time. I'm talking about political interference by a foreign national. Hold on a second. All right, getting there. I want to, before we get started, give a shout out to Gene Hackman and his family and friends and his fans. He was a good one. And before I get underway with my next story, I also want to give a shout out the same for Hulk Hogan. So all the Hulkamaniacs, hell yeah, he was a great one. They all go, man. This is a never-ending rotation process. My dad used to talk about this a lot. It's how fucking been imprinted into my brain, man. Shit. Get over it, man. They're gonna die. They're older than you. You grew up watching them folks. What the fuck you expect was gonna take place? They was gonna pop out a magic lollipop and hand it to you. Say suck on your new passy. You fucking people crack me the fuck up. I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all just crack me the fuck up. That's all y'all gonna accomplish. You're so goddamn fucked up you wouldn't know you was coming or going. Y'all got some fucking mental problems too. Did I ever point that out? You got a few mental cavities kind of missing upstairs. I think you do. I think you got some goddamn wacky do problems in your goddamn life. That's what I think. All right. I want to give a special shout out and thank you to Maurice Dell. Because he fucked up again. Didn't you, Mo? You fucked up and you know it, brother. Maurice Delt fucked up again. He come and brought me this fucking grassroots organization. And you wouldn't believe the name of this fucking group. It's called ChicagoFlipsRed. And then it was described as a grassroots movement. Well, I know that's a fucking as big a lie as the goddamn Black Lives Matter organization. That was a scam too. And just like there's another organization getting the funds when you donate to them, the people that you end up donating to is called ChicagoFlipsRed. So when you look up who the fuck owns ChicagoFlipsRed, you actually get an answer. No shit. But where I said they committed a felony and they're breaking the law, let me prove that to you right now. See, Mo thought I was going to get on board with them scumbag son bitches. Yeah, we'll sucker Trumpster Bob over here to do that. All he ended up doing was exposing the fucking group within 5 minutes of me fucking reading about them here. Maybe 1 minute, to be honest with you. Once you smell the fucking stink, man, you know somebody's burning some shit. Right? Fuck yeah. So it didn't take long on this fucking group here. But, hey, when our government starts looking into this as a real fucking case, and I believe they are, I'm going to help see to it a little bit by sending them this information. Oh, hey, baby. I want everybody on the Democrat side, and I want everybody with this new grassroots movement, ChicagoFlipsRed, to remember to thank Maurice Delt for those arrests that are about to be made for felony political investigation or interference. Felony political interference. And I caught him red-handed here. Thank you to Mo sharing this shit with me. Like, no shit, right? This is like one of those no shit kind of moments, right? It says here that at flipred.com, this is what it reads. Dedicated to empire and communities across Chicago to embrace bold conservative solutions for a brighter future. Well, man, that sounds great, don't it? So if I keep on looking into that, here's what I end up finding. Let me show you what I found. I went to their website. So this is their website, and really all it is a fundraiser. All that these people do is collect donations. Tells you right here, it's a fundraiser. The architect shop, call us, let's work. And they're trying to create this new so-called movement in Chicago, the Flip Chicago Red. And I say, man, that's almost great. But who owns ChicagoFlipsRed? I mean, it has to, by law, be American, right? That's what them fucking Proud Boys found out. That's one of the felonies they were deporting them on. So let's go and see about, well, I'm pretty sure, right? So let's go see who owns this Chicago Flips Red right here, top left. Now I scroll up their site, donate, share this message, unite our base. Just give money to Chicago Flips Red. Beautiful picture of the old sign of Chicago right there. Right. There's beautiful Chicago. And this is the Chicago Flips Red fundraiser. But it's still, if you look up top, the address, ChicagoFlipsRed.com and Chicago Flips Red. This is their actual site. They're the only ones that fucking do their writing like that. And then they end up really being nothing but a fundraiser. You dig? That's their fucking website right there. ChicagoFlipsRed.com. It's not that fucking difficult to look these people up. So I got you that far along, right? Now, oops. I had pretty on there for a minute. I had to flip you back to, well, you know, what can I say? I'm a good looking guy. Now, my claim is that this is a felony, and let me read you the law here. As you can see it, you can read it your damn self. In the United States, federal law strictly prohibits, not just prohibits, but strictly. I mean, this is a high crime, which is a felony in this country, to say the least. It strictly prohibits foreign nationals from contributing to spend money. Look at this. We're talking about people from another country. Anybody. It strictly prohibits foreign nationals from contributing or spending money in connection with any federal, state, or local election. Whatsoever. This is a felony for anybody who accepts those donations from an entity that they know, or a person that they know is a foreign national entity or person. They have knowingly committed a felony of the highest magnitude. Like, this is up there with murder. That's how strict you are from allowing or accepting donations from a known foreign entity or person. There it is right there, guys. This also includes donations to political parties and their committees. So not just donating to an individual in politics, but also it includes donation to political parties and their committees. And we can read more. It bans, specifically, I'm going to read it to you right here. Direct or indirect contributions are banned. Foreign nationals cannot directly or indirectly donate money or other things of value in connection with any election, period. Party committees are off limits. Spending in elections is forbidden. They can't help with expenditures, independent expenditures, disbursements for electioneering communications. So they can't pay for advertisement even for somebody running for office. It's against the fucking Constitution too, by the way, but I'm telling you this. You're looking at the federal law that specifically covers this. No foreign national is allowed to participate in any decision making of any politician. This all follows under the same exact fucking law. This bars any foreign nation or investment in participating with any of your decisions. Joe Biden could have been impeached off of this law right here because he was invested in Iran. Therefore, he invested his personal money in a direction that affected his decision making. Therefore, he broke this fucking law right here, right then and there. In other words, you're not supposed to make money off of being a president, and you can be impeached for it. In fact, you can be charged as a president for this felony right here. It's one of the few laws a president can be charged with. More so than goddamn Russian interference, which was a hoax anyway. This includes individuals who are not citizens of the United States and not lawfully admitted or lawfully admitted for permanent residency. So if you have a residency card or you consider a permanent resident, that's what they're talking about. They're not allowed to have any influence in any of our elections, not even local. In other words, if they don't have a green card, what it says here, that's like duh. Foreign governments or political parties, foreign corporations, associations, partnerships, and any other organization primarily based or organized under the laws of a foreign country. And it goes on and on and on. You can go read that law all you want. This right here covers what I'm telling you anyway. This part right here covers everything I just told you. That it's against the law and they have knowingly committed a felony. They've already admitted it. And I'm going to get to that in a minute while I'm telling this story. Mainly because I want to go look something else up. I just didn't want to do it all at once, pull up too many fucking tabs. Now I'm going to show you something else. Now that I've done established the law. Oh, good morning, sexy star. How you doing? Very happy morning to you, darling. Okay, guys. So I went and looked. Do they hold a citizenship, green card, or anything of that nature? They're not citizens. They are citizens of Ireland. They are citizens of Ireland, not America. So they're barred from any kind of political interference. And while they are originally from Ireland, Patrick Collision currently resides in San Francisco, California, according to Forbes. That would mean he has either a visa or a citizen residency card. That means he's still barred from any kind of political interference in the United States of America. And while Patrick lives in America, John himself, he bought properties in Ireland. The Ibex Estate, for example. The Millbrook House in County Laos, Ireland, with the intention of restoring Millbrook House to make it a family home. Oh, ain't that nice? To make it a family home. Good old Irish family home. These aren't regular houses, folks. These guys are billionaires. They're the youngest two billionaires in the world today. Is Patrick and his younger brother, John. And Patrick is the one that went and got John in on this business. What business is that? Well, we could take a look at their business, but I just showed it to you. You might ask, how in the fuck could you make billions of dollars off of running an illegal scam to make yourselves billionaires? And if one or both of these guys are in America, they should be arrested for political interference, deported, and never allowed again to return to the United States of America. And the one should be deported and the other one should be barred from ever coming to America. And here's why. Because they are co-founders of Stratego. And you might ask, who the fuck is Stripe? Stripe is the parent company of ChicagoFlipsRed. And they have their own donation page and all of that going on. This right here, asking for donations to get involved politically by itself, right there, it being posted, is a goddamn felony. I'm going to show you that too because I'm such a nice guy. I'll fix my lighting here in a minute. And here it is, right there. ChicagoFlipsRed. Grassroots for Chicago. Everything about this implies political interference. Now, for an American citizen, that would be legal. It'd be okay, right? But not for a non-American citizen. It's not legal. This is not legal. Okay, hold on. This is stripe.com. See the address up here? Stripe.com is where you go to donate. I just showed you who owns Stripe.com. Stripe.com owns and runs ChicagoFlipsRed, which you see down here. See it right there. This is the donation page for ChicagoFlipsRed. When you go to ChicagoFlipsRed.com, you hit the donation page. This is where it takes you to Stripe.com. So I looked up who owns Stripe.com, and lo and behold, what I found. I'm going to show it to you. Don't worry. Relax. I got all the goods. There's a little bit better, isn't it? Probably not much, but that's okay. My prettiness will make up for it. About time we had a pretty podcaster who told the truth, goddammit, for how it is. That all her goddamn bullshit, right? Now, damn, I put my mouth where my proof is at. Truth and facts, baby. Look at here. See this one right here? Right there. You can't miss it. Very top now. Right there. What does that say? John and Patrick Collision are the founders and brothers behind U.S. technology company Stripe. Now here it claims that Stripe is a U.S. technology company. And then it just, for some ungodly reason, it just jumped straight from that to, and after moved around during their childhood, like, oh my God. They just had a tough life being brought up in a goddamn super rich goddamn family, that is. Stripe's founders, right here it tells you the story of Collision Brothers. Well, goddamn it, let's go look at fucking Stripe.com. How about we do that? Oops, I keep doing that, don't I? Now, if you look up top, this is Stripe.com. This is the page you come to when you just type in the address box, Stripe.com. That's how easy this is to find. They're a financial infrastructure to grow your revenue. So in other words, if you need people to come in and run your goddamn company for you because you're too fucking stupid, these people will come gobble it up and make sure you spend money for the Democrats. That's what they've always done. Look at that net volume. God damn, that's a lot. 3.5 trillion plus. Their net volume from sales is only $39,274.29. It's up 32.8%. Man, they'll come in and run your company for you, and they claim there's a lot of companies hiring them to run their companies for them. Who the fuck in the right goddamn mind would hire these stupid fucking Democrats who are probably going to steal your fucking money, if anything, probably have stolen a lot of money, spend it in directions that the owners would never spend their goddamn money. These guys are out there having fun with your money like it's goddamn 1999 all over again, bitch. No shit. Think about that one for a minute. Is that a no-brainer or what? So I don't believe their numbers are this high, but it goes on. Look, it tells you. Amazon hired the motherfuckers. Look at that. OpenAI has hired these motherfuckers. Google, Anthropic, Marriott, one of the only fucking other people, one of the only 3 entities in Cyprus to own their own fucking property. And one of them is the Hinkle family. You don't buy property there unless they give you permission. Marriott hotels is apart and owned by the Illuminati. That's where I'm getting at there. Shopify, which is a fucking con job. Airbnb, which is a ripoff. There are people who got their own advertisements for their own personal Airbnb. You don't need to buy into no bullshit to have it. URBN, of course. And if that's all their customers, I mean, they're getting paid good, but they shouldn't be making that much goddamn money. Man, they can get you paid online or and they got you hooked up. How much you want to spend a month? They'll fucking set you up, baby. Like shit. They're the backbone for global commerce. Fuck you. I do all that myself. I don't need your fucking ass. Not for that. I can figure it all out on my own without your stupid ass. Especially a little bit of money. You get a little bit of money, you ought to fucking know this shit by the back of your hand because you're probably in business. You want to be in business. You got to know this fucking shit, guys. This is a requirement. You should actually learn this kind of fucking shit in college. This is a fucking rip-off scheme right here. I don't give a fuck who you are. And they do have classes for this in college, believe it or not. I call them bullshit classes, but hey, you know, every guy has a trade, even if it is bullshit. Here's their product. Payment links, like they're doing with Chicago Turns Red bullshit. They're taking the payments for them. And to wash that money is going to cost you a little bit of money because it goes from their hands to whoever's hands after that. You got flexible UI components. You can make payments. They got payment links. Terminal in-person payments. Meaning, if they owe you $300, you gotta take them to court to get that $300, motherfucker. They offer fraud prevention, not telling you that they're the ones committing fraud the second you fucking hire these piece of shit motherfuckers, in my opinion. One of them shoddy fucking bullshit companies nobody in business needs. They get you authorization to do all kind. You got to hire a contract with these motherfuckers. Time you get done signing that contract, you're fucked in the ass. You just didn't know it yet. You can allow them to do your customer financing. They can issue physical and virtual cards. They got all that information into this little box here. They got all this shit, man. Hell, they'll do your tax for you. Why not? You can overpay them to do your fucking tax. They offer you accounting automation. It's automated. Don't need to hire an accountant. Anybody with their right fucking mind would do their own accounting, or they would hire an accountant to do that fucking work. Or anybody that can properly add numbers, minus numbers. Data pipeline, data in sync. Oh, they'll handle your data for you too, all right. Including what they're going to remind you of that was in the contract that you signed. That part that says, you are fixing to bend over and take my dick up your fucking ass. And then we're going to swap you around, and instead of sucking my boss's dick while I'm fucking you in the ass, you're going to suck my dick while he's fucking you in the ass. And then we got to pass you over to our two associates. Because if you hire some stupid fucking bullshit company like this to do this work for you, you deserve to get butt fucked. Oh, they're even into the climate change bullshit, trying to make money off of that. And they have made money off of this. You can do shit to make money for these people. Like run ads. Start now and contact sales. What do you want to buy? They're using a Tubble app, which costs you $25 to make that payment, by the way. They want to charge you $25 for making this fucking payment you're about to make. You don't even know what the fuck it is for, do you? Or who it's going for. Well, all that climate change bullshit with that Stratego bitch. This is where the money was coming from these fucking people right here, remember? Oh, now you're remembering. But because they're citizens of Ireland, let me show you something else about these two. World's youngest billionaire warned on Trump. This was written by Simon Jack, business editor, BBC News. Simon Jack works for BBC News, which is a foreign news fucking company. Anti-immigration rhetoric coming from the White House is deterring software developers from going to the U.S. No, it's not. This right here is a lie. So why would this guy tell a lie on Trump? You got to respect America before you come here under our new laws. And a big happy fuck you if you think you got more rights here than we do. Little prick acts like America belongs to Ireland or something. He's a fucking Nazi already in the fucking making and in his mindset. That's according to the world's youngest self-made billionaire, 27-year-old Irishman, John Collision, the younger of the two brothers. Like I told you earlier. And if you're the same for the UK because of Brexit, that's how stupid this 27-year-old is. This guy right here is as stupid as a box of rocks. Because he told this fairy tale right here. And how do we know it's a fairy tale? Because anybody who can afford to get a goddamn buy properties over here, live over here, can afford to become a citizen. But he is not a citizen. And he has made political donations to the Democrats his entire life. That is an admittance of committing a goddamn felony in this country. He should be arrested and fucking deported, and his brother and him should never be allowed to step foot in this country again. And as you can see up top, this is a BBC News. See, bb.com news business and the address right there. I don't think y'all can see the address. But that's the address where this news story is posted. It's right on their fucking shit, BBC News. It's a bullshit, baloney, Caucasian news. So the fact that you can afford to be here legally with no fucking problem, that's fine and dandy. But guess what? That's not deterring software developers from coming to America. You're more than welcome to bring your business here. Anybody in that business. But you're not going to come here and own a business and fucking sell your product here, or you're going to be taxed as a foreign entity, which means you got to pay a little bit more unless you become a citizen. So it's not deterring any fucking thing, bitch. And all these countries are falling right in line with Trump's tariffs and fees. So the fact that you're not tells me that you're a bitch-ass little crybaby, snot-nosed punk motherfucker. And you can kiss my American fucking ass for lying right here. That's a lie. In fact, it's probably encouraging immigrants who are smart enough to come here and help out in the chip industry or the business industry in pretty much any way. I tell you what, you can do that. You can't get government contracts, but you can come here and follow your dreams. You're just not allowed to interfere politically. You're not allowed to donate here politically. They tell you this when you come here and get your fucking green card, residency card, any of that shit. The same thing for when they tell new citizens they're not allowed to be a police officer because it's written in the Bill of Rights of any kind, federal, state, or local. And every time one of them gets killed is when we see that, oh, look, there's another one that was illegally a fucking cop. You can't even be on goddamn border patrol, man. Because that's a police, whether it's state or not, whether it's federal, state, or local. You can have local fucking immigration. I've never heard of one, but I'm just saying. It wouldn't matter. They're not allowed to be in that position and hold that fucking job title. So you can go look at this all you want, blah, blah, blah. Listen to what they say. Now, I'm going to prove to you that he's already admitted to breaking this fucking law. That don't count running this Chicago Turns Red, which is a felony in and of itself. But look at here. Him and his brother are guilty right then and there, by the way. But right here, this is by Business Post, BP. But BP, this Business Post. Irish entrepreneur Patrick Collision appears to have changed his stride, with official records showing that he made sizable donations to Republicans in the run-up to the U.S. election year. So right there, guy has committed multiple felonies for every donation. And everybody that accepted those donations have committed a felony. And it says right here, Patrick Collision changes stripes from blue to red with donations to Republicans. That's because prior to this year, he has only made donations to the Democratic Party. And here are the reactions and the comment. You can go look at all that over there all you want. Patrick Leonard laid the comment. Common sense. Watch the baseline. In other words, you make more money if you're over here on the right instead of over there on the left. Some of us are idealistic. Others are not. So, like, some people come over here with the ideology of being over here, and some of them don't. Pretty fucking wild, isn't it? What you can find on the internet. I'm going to show you something else you're probably going to laugh at here in a minute. Hold on a second. Oh, get my fucking tweezers out. I got a hair too over here. Need yanking that. Man, that fucking thing, I don't even think I grab it and it yanks, man. This is the best there fucking tweezers I've ever owned. Oh, that one was up on the tip, on the inside of my nose. Ooh, got that one too. Well, got that little bitty one. I got another little one. Yeah, it was short, thick and short. Thick and short. Look at that motherfucker. Can you see it? Can you see it? Right there on my finger. Little bitty motherfucker. But fat. That's a fat one. I had a hair bothering me over here, so I went over there and grabbed it and yanked it out. I don't like nose hairs too much. So I yank them out. You see one growing out ever? Just make note, I haven't picked out my nose hairs in at least 2 days. But I've had them grow back long enough for you to see it within like the 3rd day. Even the 2nd day, really, that one there grew out within 2 days. And I know that's how long it's been since I tweezed my nose. Must have missed the short one. And the short one grew to be thick and short. Got it too. But I had another one before that, and I still feel like there's a fucking nose hair up here on this side. Oh, yeah. Did I get it? I don't know if I got it that time. Yeah, I guess I did. There's another one. Yeah, I got that little bastard. See there? See if I can pull it up here for you. Look at that motherfucker. That's a pretty one, ain't it? There it is. Can you see it? Right there. Right there. Oh, wait. Right there. See it? Yeah, you can see it now. I show them because there'll be people out there saying, you ain't really picking no hairs out of your nose, are you? On a live stream? Well, yeah, I'm just a podcaster. I'm just a regular person like you. I don't do this for a profession. Ain't nobody paying me except you. And you don't mind if I pick these hairs out of my fucking nose, do you? Look at that long, high old silver. That ain't silver, though. That's a brown one. Look at that big, tall, long motherfucker there. That's what I was feeling over here. You gotta pull. Gotta pull them out of right there until I don't feel it no more. I think I got most of it. Oh, there's one right there. Got that one. Talk about picking at the graveyard. I ain't got no fucking hairs to pull out. Wait, there come one. There we go. That was that other motherfucker that was bothering me. Got root and all on that one too. This is a good goddamn pair of tweezers. I highly suggest these motherfuckers are tapered off on the end. See how they're at an angle? They're not flat. They're angled. Damn, they get one every fucking time. Compared to those ones that are straight. Them aren't near as good as these. Not even close. Ooh, this little tip for y'all out there, and you just saw me using them. I'm not lying, right? Oh, hold on. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Hold on a second. This shit ain't working right. Got to run 2 separate searches on this real quick. Oh, I got a lot of something to show you here. Oh God, thank you, Maurice Dell. Oh, I just found a bombshell, motherfucker. I found a goddamn bombshell. Oh God, I found another bombshell. How do you do that when you're just talking about one topic and looking up some shit in particular, and you just keep finding bombshells here? Oh, these guys should be in all kinds of fucking legal fucking trouble. I'm sending all this information to the goddamn Republicans. Mm. Boy, if it's illegal and it has to do with our politics, these two are neck deep. Fuck it, they're drowning in this fucking shit. Okay, well, I'm gonna end up with too much fucking tabs is what I'm gonna end up with. So I gotta stop right there with the tabs. Shit, let me go knock some of this off by showing all this to you. It's a lot of fucking shit. I mean, god damn. Let's start with this one right here, I guess. Like, I'm not sure it matters where I start at. Who was behind Kamala Harris fundraising? Right there it is. Stripe. Brothers. Get in line behind Kamala Harris, motherfuckers. There, I caught them red fucking handed. Them and Zink Ugger are the two entities that got her ever elected to any position. And actually, all they did was get her, elected in there with Joe Biden as vice president. John and Patrick Collision, you see the names right here, have donated thousands to the U.S. Democratic Party at Silicon Valley, which becomes a key battleground in the presidential election. This is political interference that is heavily covered under our fucking law. And I showed you that at the beginning of the video. It is a goddamn felony for these guys to be donating money to Kamala Harris or any of them other Kamala Mama Democrats. In fact, they're so goddamn guilty. I thought $10,000 was the limit for any American citizen. You can't tell me you're going to allow these motherfuckers to donate hundreds of thousands of fucking dollars to Kamala Harris. The Democratic Party and other Democratic power brokers, including Josh Shapiro, shut the fuck up. Shapiro's brother, huh? Shut the fuck up. I told you had a family of Democrats, motherfuckers. He's a Kamala mama. John and Patrick Collision are Kamala mamas. Anti-American Democrats is what they are. They have been their whole fucking life. They didn't get in that for a wise business investment. They're trying to get laws shifted into their favor so they can make more money in America. And God damn it, they'll break the law to do it because they broke the law when they sent Kamala Harris a lot of money and the Democrats. Hundreds of thousands of fucking dollars. Patrick himself handed over $263,000 to Democrat organizations. He also gave, we got to look at who all this motherfucker gave money to. Also gave $2,700 to Harris, the party's presidential candidate for November election. In July 2018, Collision, who is chief executive as well as a co-founder of the $90 billion payments company Stripe, see right there, and his brother's co-owner. They both violated our laws with these donations, even if it went through, especially if it went through Stripe, which it did. It says right here it did. Made his most recent donations to Democratic entities last month when handing over $23,000 to the Democrat-run DNC Services Corporation. His kid brother John donated $233,000 to the political organization. That is also a felony under our elections tampering law. This is a goddamn felony by itself. It don't matter that Stripe is located, just because they own a fucking piece of property in America and run this bullshit company called Stripe out of Silicon Valley, does not make it a legal payment. Stripe is owned by two foreign nationals that are not American citizens. And even if one of them was not an American citizen, the other one is, Stripe making the donation is illegal because the other brother is not. But neither one of these brothers are American citizens, nor were they at the time of these fucking donations. And they got a motive to do what they're doing. Because Trump is making a move as far as cryptocurrency was concerned. Because these guys want to start up their own cryptocurrency, which they have, but they want their cryptocurrency to make money too. And he goes on to talk about this and that and all kinds of bullshit. The only thing I was concerned about is what law did they break, and then you get the bonus with the cryptocurrency and AI deal. And they got all of that going on. All I care is to prove that these two guys have knowingly committed felonies in this country. And here I am showing you felony after felony after felony after felony, and so on and so on and so on, of these guys breaking the law in America. Period. They're guilty. Guess I'm going to show you this link next. Who are the biggest donors? These are the top contributors to candidate campaigns, recounts, efforts, parties, and traditional PACs by individual. All are the subject limits on how much an individual can give. Now, this is from 2016. I guess it'd be okay to look at that, right? Sheldon and Miriam Adelson made their donation out of Las Vegas. I wonder if they're American citizens, but I guess they must be. They voted, they gave money to Republicans, over $3.2 million. These guys, these three, gave a lot more money than that. Way over twice as much to the Democrats. And we had some Republicans right here. A whole bunch of them in a row. Alexander Soros, I don't believe he's a citizen, is he? Well, if he is, he'd be okay, but I don't know about the limit by which he donated. Unless it was a fundraiser, I don't know about that. And if he's not a citizen, I don't know about that. Or that, or that. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, oh, okay, okay, okay. Hold on. Wait a minute. Where the fuck am I at here? Oh, there I am. Okay, hold on. I don't care about that. Hold on a second. God damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Fuck, I think I was pulling up too many tabs. Hold on, man. I'm closing the damn tab. Oh, here we go. It's going to be one of these. Hold on a minute. There's another fucking way they're breaking the law. Hold on a minute. I got a lot of shit to show you. Okay, so I got that doubled. I don't need that doubled. Oh, shut up. I'm not ready for your mouth yet. what the fuck I did with it. If I didn't get rid of it, I'll open it back up here in a minute. There we go. Oh boy, I got a good one for you sons of bitches. Oh, I got so much on these guys. Y'all not gonna believe how much shit I got on these guys. I think I accidentally got rid of that fucking tab, so hold on a minute. I'm gonna go dig it up. Now I gotta go find another tab. There it is, right there. So let me put these two kind of next to each other. Might help me find them a little easier. Hold on, I gotta get rid of that tab because I don't need it. And I gotta keep that tab up. All right, before I keep going, I want to show you who is promoting this shit. It's called Zoe. Skip a space and 3 dots. Zoe Leah is what this dude's name is. first glance, this black voter barbecue looks like a harmless community event, but the flyer tells a much deeper story. In this Chicago Flips Red Breakdowns, we expose how gatherings like this are used as many introduction sessions to keep black voters locked into the same political machine that has failed us for decades. Recruit pastors, nonprofits, neighborhood influences to keep the machine alive. Now, this person, Zoe, who seems like they did a pretty goddamn awesome video, a tell-all, if you will, on these cocksuckers called Stripe. Because Stripe is also the machine which gets all the donations for ActBlue to be transferred into all their fucking accounts, from Black Lives Matter to ActBlue, from ActBlue to Black Lives Matter. And I'm going to show you all of that also, okay? So bear with me. I'm just telling you ahead of time some of the good shit that I got on these some bitches. So thank you to Zoe Leah for this video. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Plus, I wanted to show you that before I got rid of the goddamn the tab I don't need. Now, I'm going to expose what I just got through showing you as bullshit. No shit. Oh, you didn't expect that one, did you? Probably not. But get ready, bitches, because here it is in black and white. Lead you around no further on this topic. Danielle Carter and Zoe Leah. Danielle Carter and Zoe Leah were hired by the Collision Brothers. They work for ChicagoFlipsRed, and it tells you right here. They have illegally funded protests against ICE. ChicagoFlipsRed, which is not an American-based entity, has no right to do this. This is another felony committed by ChicagoFlipsRed, which is owned by Stripe, which is owned by the Collision Brothers, which are not American citizens at all. They're only Irish citizens. So the whole thing is illegal for them to be involved in our politics at all. But this is another way that they have been illegally involved in our politics. They were also illegally involved in our politics concerning this because of the bad media that it brought against ICE. That in and of itself is illegal, and it's clearly described under illegal political tampering law. I showed you that at the beginning of this video, so I don't want to hear no bullshit about that. I read the law. I know the law. I showed you where to go find it and how to look it up. Wasn't that some badass shit I just showed you? Shut the fuck up. I'm just that damn good, guys. I'm just that damn good. And that's just half of what I got at best. Now, we come over here to this Politico, and you do a search on Patrick Collision, used his name, and look at all this shit you get on him. Mark Adderson has been, or Atterson has been involved very heavily with Democratic funding. He's an investor and co-founder of Netscape. If voters approve of the measure in November, organizers estimate they could start building basic infrastructure. Oh, God, it goes on and on and on and on. Again, we've caught and the widow of the late CEO Steve Jobs, right here, is vying for the Democrats. She is a goddamn Kamala mama. You can read on and on about all the names involved in this shit. Sequoia Capital, Reid Hoffman, Michael Moritz, he's the chair of Sequoia Capital. Reid Hoffman, co-founder of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is goddamn me motherfucking Democrat. And they're caught red-handed right here. Right here. Fundraising for a California city for the sake of helping out immigrants over Americans. Democrats are the fucking, like, that's ground foundation number one for the Democratic Party. Yeah. This here's about Schumer drawing a red line on Netanyahu, by golly. He's going to do something now. Well, anyway, Chuck Schumer was spotted at an event with billionaire John Paulson for Treasury Secretary event. Out and About was playing a part in this event. That Out and About is another left-wing organization. They were spotted at a reception for the Irish Prime Minister Leo Varadkar with the U.S.-Ireland partnership and Stripe at Riggs Rooftop last night. John Coulson and Patrick Coulson, Ben English, Irish ambassador, and it goes on and on and on, but look here who it names. Senator Chris Murphy, Democrat of Connecticut. Oh, goddamn me. Republican Nancy Pelosi, Democrat, California. And there's more to it. But I don't got all day to flip every fucking link and possibly have time to get this fucking live stream in with any given time limit of 8 hours. So I'm not going to get too deep into too many things. Just the main shit that matters. Then later on, I got to go get my notepad and save all these fucking links. The Collision brothers also gave money to try to put Donald Trump in fucking prison. And it's right here in this fucking ad. Read all about it, goddammit. That's political interference. Mary Gay Scanlon, Democrat, Pennsylvania. Anna Shue, Democrat, California. Gabe Amo, Democrat, Rhode Island. Mike Lawyer, what you call a rhino Republican. Brian Fitzgerald of Pennsylvania, Brian Fitzpatrick, and Mike Lawyer are rhino Democrats, pretending to be Republicans, basically. They're Republicans. They're rhino Republicans. And Kevin Mullen, Democrat of Evelyn Fraze, Tom Donahue, Tom Quinn, John Collision, right there. That's the younger brother. John Collision and Patrick Collision, right there, lit up in yellow and blue. I just took the blue off. And you can read up on all of that fucking scandal. Why California forever is a definite maybe. This includes Michael Moritz, Chair Sequoia Capital, Reid Hoffman, and blah, blah, blah. Stripe co-founders, Patrick and John Collision, in the same report about the same shit, different time period. This was back in 2023. So are you looking at the dates of all this shit? This is 2025. That's just the most current. Hold on a minute. I don't know why it did that shit. Sometimes this fucking goddamn thing got a motherfucking mind of its own. Now, I don't know what it just did. Let me see if I can flip forward. Oh, somehow I accidentally went backwards one. So this is January 2025. This is April of 2025. February 2025. December 2024. This is how long they have been politically active in our politics. And this is all coming from Politico, baby. (2018), 2016, 2021. (2021), 21, 17. Pulls back on Big Gothi's story. Mormons help pass into in the Senate. Oh, God, that's terrible. But you can read all about that. You can read all of this. You can read about that. It was back before Trump ran a second time, 2019, and it goes on and on and on. Look at all that. Another one down there. These are all political interference, money changing hands by John and Patrick Collision. You can go find all this on Politico. Remember I told you they had a part of Meta? Just because one of the two brothers lives and resides as an immigrant in San Francisco, California, does not mean anything they own has a right to make a donation. That is a severe no-no according to our fucking Bill of Rights. They're not allowed to do that. It is the law in this country. And it's a felony if they do so. It's automatic deportation with the stamp never to return. Stripe, look here, CEO to become a Meta director. Doesn't he look like a get-up Irish boy with the blonde hair? And then the red eyelashes and sideburns, as though he's an older fella. Dude is just 20 some odd years old. He ain't great. He ain't blind. He's a dark-haired fella. He does this so he could kick up his Irish accent and thereby sound a little more pleasing to you, you know. Get an honest Irish boy here, you know. That's right, Lassie. That's right. Hell yeah. Shout out to you, big dog, and all that. So he joined Meta. In fact, he sits on the Meta board. Notice it says, former National Security Advisor, Dinah Powell, was National Advisor to Donald Trump, sits on this board. But it's for the left, for the Democrats. It's not for the Republicans. Will also join Meta's board on Tuesday. She is currently vice chair, president, and head of global client services at BDT and MSD Partners, a merchant bank and advisory firm. She was also assistant secretary of the state under President George W. Bush and his administration, and former Goldman Sachs executive. And somehow, I guess word got around, if you want to follow the money, you got to follow this bitch. The perspective will be extremely valuable to business that rely on our services to grow. Meta CEO said in Friday in a news release, the additions expand Meta's board to 15 directors, including Zuckerberg. In other words, this piece of shit can't be trusted. This is how you know that Mark Zuckerberg is still on Team Democrat. Because he's in bed with these fucking billionaires. I just read it to you. Can you read? There you go. No, that's one of them no shit fucking moments right there. Yeah. Moscovitz and Tuna's Good Ventures. Tuna owns Good Ventures, okay? Good Ventures is open philanthropy. That's exactly what it is. They get your money and go blow it on Democrat affairs. That's what they do. They take your money and give it to the Democrats. That's all that they do. The only other thing they've done is spend money against Donald Trump. The Collision Brothers gave $220,000 fundraiser against Trump's travel ban. Do you want to know what judge that money fucking went to? Go look at who initially ruled against it. Because they had to pay $220,000 worth of campaign funds to try and fight Trump in this way. This fundraising by the Collision Brothers is a felony, according to our voter law on voter tampering. Because the Collision Brothers, who are not American citizens, the two little billionaire brothers, helped to drive a $220,000 fundraising campaign to fight U.S. Donald Trump's anti-immigration policies. This makes it a felony because now they have committed a felony and they have spent money and on a campaign which is political interference because he spent it against President Donald Trump. According to the law we read at the beginning of this video, this is illegal for any foreign national to do or foreign entity, and it is a felony. Another type of felony that these guys are causing in America with their political interference. Diana Powell McCormick and Patrick Kalisha were both added to the Meta board, by the way. Okay, now I gotta show you this. It's only fair. It's only fair that I show you this too, right? Well, hold on a second. I gotta check, make sure I got some tobacco on me. Yeah, I got a little tobacco in that one right there. I think that one's fucking empty. Throw that in the trash. Boom. Pull this one out. Pound on it a little bit. Get me a dip of snuff out of there. A da ha ha. I need to get some coffee, so I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. Get me a fresh piece of chaw too. There now. Light-wise, this is even, right? But angle it over there. But my lights are not exactly even in here. I guess I can move it back that way a little bit. On my background, yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, when I got my computer out and laid up like this, it makes it fucking odd, don't it? I shouldn't put it so fucking low, huh? I might take this Walmart special shirt. Hell yeah. Goddamn Donald Trump hat of class on my fucking head. None of that shoddy ass cheap shit. Although it was cheap. Got 3 of them, gave 2 of them away to some friends of mine here locally. So this guy gives out a lot of grants to all Democrat shit. SOHN, SON, Conference Foundation. Long Now Foundation. which he sits on the board, past grants funding for scientists at academic infrastructures working on COVID-19 related projects. Yeah, how to turn everybody into fucking tail-wagging little bitches. Art Institute for AI-driven Genomic Research Foundation. Like, what the fuck is all of this shit? Right? I mean, that's what you got to ask yourself. What is all this fucking shit? Here it is right here. I'm reading it all off to you guys. There it is right there. You find this over at littlesis.org. Person /person/ 260626 Patrick _ collision. So littlesis.org after HTTPS and all that bullshit, okay? Then it goes littlesis.org /person/ 260 626 minus mark, like your slash mark, Patrick, and then _ and then collision. That's exactly where you find this right here. Oh my God, look, these are his financial campaign donations. I got him caught in a felony for every one of these motherfuckers. No shit. Take my picture out of it completely just to show it to you. Blow it up. He gave Nancy Pelosi, who knowingly accepted $144,000 USD on October 1st of 21. This is who's been funding the Democratic Party, one of the many major contributors. Look here, Nancy Pelosi Victory Fund, another $144,000. This is pro quo, baby, and it's highly illegal. This is political interference, which is a felony. Minnesota Democratic Farmer Labor Party. Remember how they wanted to put all the farmers in America out of business? That's what party this is. Nevada State Democratic Party, Missouri Democratic State Committee, Michigan Democratic State Central Committee, Ohio Democratic Party, New Jersey Democratic State Committee, Mississippi Democratic Party of New Mexico. Holding. Flannery's Associates, LLC. The secret owner of land near Travis Air Force Base. Can you say, hello, China? I could. Entrepreneur first. He's an owner. Stellar Lumens currency belongs to Mr. Collision. Look, he's into cryptocurrency here. This is what he liked about Trump. About the only bucket. He's making money off Trump with his cryptocurrency law shit he's passed. Terraform Industries, a company claiming to convert hydrogen to atmospheric carbon into blah, 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 blah. He's the owner. AI Alignment Research Firm. He's the owner. King Technologies, AGI, startup led by John Carmack. John Carmack is who this is led by. Owner, California Forever. Development company in his. Okay, see there, he's interacting with all the owners of all these fucking companies that are all Democrat. Yes, in my backyard, lobbying group, California, YIMBY. Forbes 30 under 30. List of 30 notable people under 30 years old in various industries, blah, blah, blah. And of course, course, being the Democrat that he is, even though he switched parties now, he was involved with them at the time. So, and he received money from them also. While he was in office, this took place. That is political interference by the Collision brothers, or at least one of them for sure. Silvana Maria Connerman, co-founder of ARC Institute, professor at Stanford, and wife of Stripe spouse. She's married to one of the motherfuckers. And why did he have an interaction with ARC Institute? It's because he's married to the fucking bitch, who's a co-founder of it. That's how you know ARC Institute is Democrat. John Collision co-founded Stripe in 2010 with his brother Patrick Collision. You got to go back to 2011, possibly 2010 to find all of their illegal funding to our political party over here, the Democrats mainly. Socially, he was involved with Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman, former crypto billionaire since 25 years in prison for wire fraud. Greg Brockman, co-founder and current CTO of OpenAI. OpenAI is another deal that one of those, I believe the older brother is involved in financially with OpenAI. I think he's a co-owner. He might just sit on the board, but he is a co-owner, I believe. He might even be a co-founder with Greg Brockman. I'm not sure about that. I'd have to go look into it, which you could do. You could Google all that shit and go look into it all you want. I don't care to look into it that deep. Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, former president of Y Combinator. So this guy, Sam Altman, and by the way, if you know the name Altman, a lot of the Altman family is directly related to the fucking Desert Fox, the tank commander, because one of his daughters married into the Altman family, and they had a lot of kids. And then they fucking spread out in different countries. One of them was here illegally too, and I had him deported too. He was from Germany. That was years ago while I was in the military. He was illegally a spy, self-admitted spy. We caught him red-handed. And that's the bottom goddamn truth of it right there. Got to watch out for them Altman motherfuckers. They're all Germans that are very much pro-Hitler. Jacob Appelbaum, I guess it is. Jacob Appelbaum, former WikiLeaks leader and former Tor developer. You might think, oh, cool, WikiLeaks. No, this guy is actually on the Democrat side of WikiLeaks. They had everybody from both sides of being a Republican and Democrats over there at WikiLeaks. So this should be, he was outed for it when he was over at WikiLeaks. This is nothing new, guys. Maxie Marlspike. Real name is Matthew Rosenfeld. American entrepreneur and cryptographer, blah, blah, blah. And all these people, it goes on and on. Christine Corbett Morris, senior engineer manager, applied machine learning at Plant, blah, blah, blah. Tyler Cohen, a Democrat. Coach and George, Mason Economics. Coach, Couch, if you want to call it, it's not Couch, no U in it, it's Coach. which is the coaches are all a Democratic family. Angel and a series of A investors and former CEO of GitHub, Nat Friedman, or Fredman, however you say that fucking name. I'm a little stoned still. Okay, give me a break. Slate Star Codex. He donated money to this. It was a blog by Bay Area psychiatrist who called himself Scott Alexander. He had affiliation with this guy. Another one of those fucking loser blogs that never could get any fucking thing right. And I believe I mentioned him and out of him way back when, so I'll just leave it at that. Look at this motherfucker. He looks like he's tweaking out on something already. That motherfucker may be addicted to fentanyl for all we know. Look at him. He's tripping the fuck out in this goddamn picture. He's high as fuck, and you can see it in his fucking eye. A little cokehead little bitch. At a bare minimum, by the way. Stick around. I got more for you. She got your thinking cap on and your notepad out today, baby. I told you I have more for you. Can you read? If you're a progressive activist, politically involved, or if you are considering running for office, let's discuss donation platforms. And he goes directly into Stripes. Stripes is a donation platform, has broken our laws in election tampering right then and there. I found another goddamn way they're breaking the law. This in and of itself is a felony right then and there. But guess what? Stripe is used by Act Blue. I rest my case. Black Lives Matter. There it is, motherfuckers. I tried to tell you this earlier. I promised you I was going to show it to you, and I just fucking showed it to you in your face. And they're used to process campaign donations, which only go to either Black Lives Matter themselves or to the political party of the Democrats. And this person says, so if you haven't heard by now, we're boycotting Block Incorporated and Stripe. You don't have anything to boycott over there except for the companies that they do business with. You can boycott them. But you have to give out a list of who they are. Mr. Or Mrs. Data M0 Dell over there on threads.com. You hear me? Make it happen. I'll back you up. Let's see it, baby. Let's see you do some good things over there, baby. Stripe donated to Republican campaigns in 2023 and 24, using its PAC 4 times as much as it donated to Democrat campaigns. Patrick Collision, Stripe CEO, contributed $83,000 to the National Republican Congressional Committee. Yes, because they want you to believe that these motherfuckers that are so goddamn rooted pushing democracy in our goddamn face just switched over and became red. I don't believe it. And their past would tell you it's a goddamn scam. Look here where he says Stripe is being used by Give Send Go to process payments for hate-fueled crowdfunding campaigns. This was exposed by Keandra and can be seen in the support documents on Give Send Go website. Link is built by Stripe. No shit. No, these people are way too involved to be turning Republican. So I don't believe this for one fucking second. This is how people on the left sneak over to the right and pretend to be Republicans so they get you goddamn donation money for their fucking bullshit. Like Chicago turning red. Chicago turning red is full of shit. They're not there to turn Chicago red, but they want your goddamn red donation so they can give it to the fucking Democrats. That is exactly what this fucking bullshit is. We've seen it many times before. You want to know who puts out a word of support just to give it some credibility? Oh, you're going to like this one. Because it's none other than motherfucking Bill Gates himself. I'm sorry, but when you're involved with the likes of Bill Gates, shut the fuck up. He's trying to make you believe that, they're kind of right of the center. They kind of lean to the right. Well, I'm sorry, prior to this fucking Republican donation last year, you can go far back as 2010 to look, as long as they've been in America, the one brother anyway, that they have only voted or donated to Democrats prior to that. But everybody that has accepted these people's donation has committed a felony. It's called voter fraud, motherfuckers. He says here, he always thought of being as left of center. So Bill Gates is perpetuating a lie here. He's lying to you, which is no goddamn surprise, coming from the likes of this fucking lunatic, fucking piece of filthy billionaire shit. Well, fuck you, Bill Gates. We don't give a shit about your goddamn opinion. How about that? But all that does is back up what I've been saying about it. Now we're going to take a little ride over here to Facebook. The Sunday Times of Ireland. Again, it says Times. It's all part of the Democrat media over there. The Times in Ireland is the same goddamn company that owns the Times in America, and the Times in DC, and the Times in the Philippines, and the Times anywhere. In other words, it's bullshit, full-blown leftist news. However, they do report on their own people on occasion, like Patrick Collision, a fellow Democrat. The billionaire tech entrepreneur gave hundreds of thousands of dollars to the Republican Party in the run-up to the election of November 5th. It's the first time that the chief executive payments company, Stripe, has donated significant amounts of money to the Republicans. Since 2016, Collision has been a regular supporter of the Democratic Party, backing politicians including, oh God, it don't get any worse, Hillary Clinton and Nancy Pelosi, God damn it, and also supported Kamala fucking Harris right here. Right there it is. Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, and Kamala Harris. The three most evil anti-American goddamn Democrat bitches to ever hold office. They gave the money to Kamala to become the fucking senator in 2018. They helped get this fucking bitch elected. It don't get any more than deeper than a fucking Democrat written all over you before it needs to smack you in the face than this right here. And this was planted by the Sunday Times of Ireland, January 27. In the final month of the election campaign, Collision appeared to have crossed the aisle, donating a little bit of money over there to the Republican side because this guy wants to create fake news that you will fucking listen to and believe with all your whole soul, mind, and all that shit. And he wants to go on and commit more election tampering. You know, a felony after another felony after another felony. And I just showed you another goddamn set of felonies this guy committed. Shut the fuck up. See, I actually did go look this shit up. Imagine that. Like, no shit, Sherlock. I even looked this one up. Remember I told you about donation Patrick Collision gave to North Carolina Democratic Party in a federal fucking election? And he's not an American citizen, which makes this right here a felony. That on 2016, January 11th of 2016, to be precise, Patrick Collision gave 5,629 American dollars to the Democratic Party of North Carolina. There it is right here, guys. Right here, and there's the amount. This is another goddamn felony, though. Now, if you get over there to Wall Street Journal, you're going to read all the shit that I've been showing you, a lot of it. They reported on billions flow to new hedge fund focused on AI-related event. And this includes Patrick and John Collision, who are the firm's backers. How payment processor Stripe became Silicon Valley's main attraction, if you will. The Irish brothers launched Stripe around 2010. They dropped out of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, who I did video against several times, proving that they were a totally democratic organization and that they were listed improperly and they were donating money towards our political events, and they were just crooked fucking bastards all the way across. But guess what? Patrick went to Harvard. I'm not sure about John. I didn't really look him up on that one, but it's no big deal. Stripe has set 1 year timetable. They also went to, they both attended Berkeley. Oh, that kind of, yeah, California Berkeley brothers. Woo-hoo. Hey, boy, we're going to be Democrats. If we don't make any money over there, we'll just pretend, we'll sneak on over there and pretend to be Republicans, and we'll sucker all that money out of them people. You know, it's called donation money. Stripe banned Donald Trump, but he still got his donation. They were handling his fucking donations too until they didn't want to support Trump back in 2021, guys. So let me see, from 2010, 2021, I have shown you a fact that these fuckers have been active since 2010, or I will show you if I didn't show you yet. And until 2021, that's 11 fucking years. And these people the whole time was supporting Act Blue and Black Lives Matter also with their left-wing Democratic bullshit. These people are drowning in it, man. Trump's probably happy because he probably doesn't even know that these motherfuckers are not American. He might not know. But I'm exposing it right here and now, goddammit. And any of you turkeys could Google any of this shit anytime you want. Patrick Collision dreams of an abundance burst. This coming from the information.com. /articles/Patrick Collision dreams abundance verse. He's all up into it to his fucking neck. There's his fucking picture right there. Let's go green. Let's go solar. So he can make a lot of money investing into solar power. Well, that didn't go over. I wonder how much he lost. And here's another goddamn felony committed by the Colson brother, or the Collision brothers, Patrick and John. This one is Patrick. House Stripes, Patrick Collision, that's his name, has been funding a new political movement. Right there. You got to subscribe. You want to read that shit. But the fact that he is, and I can tell you how, I showed it to you already. Chicago turns red, which is illegal to even have that. To have own anything as a political movement in America is illegal by anybody who is not an American. Period. They can't even indirectly fund that shit. The law is explicit here, and this is a major infraction of our election tampering laws. And this article here has to do with the institute that his wife fucking owns. Hold on, that's the wrong one. There we go. Patrick Collision, there's his ugly goddamn coked up face. This is at cato.org you find this. They want to be involved in your federal failure to parental freedom. That's what they want to be involved in. In other words, they want to take away your rights as parents. You should not have the right to even know that your fucking teachers were trying to talk your kids into getting a goddamn sex change, for example, in a school. You as a parent should not have a right to know that. It's part of the DEI movement, which is what both the Collision brothers are about, which tell you every goddamn thing you need to know about them two fruitcakes. Joined by Stripe CEO Patrick Collision, joined by Ryan Bourne, the R. Everett Shariff Chair for the Public Understanding of Economics at Cato for a wide range of conversation, blah, blah, blah. America's still a beacon of hope around the world. And how do they go to that topic from the rise of government spending? And this is back when Joe Biden was president. If you want to move your illegal political contributions, they want to be involved. Tells you right here. They claim that they want to increase the internet's gross domestic product. Yeah, right, motherfucker. We're not going to buy your bullshit. And if they did control any of it, they just want to make money off of it their way anyway. However, they're trying to do something involving the economy to move money. And Stripe itself is the thing behind the scenes that enables them to do that. Move money. These guys will illegally wash your fucking money, send it around the world, and have it right there where you asked for it to be for a nice, tidy fee. Charles Koch, who they gave money to run politically for, yeah. Remember, I showed you that already in this video. Well, he talked him into sending some money, government money most likely, right? But money to the Ark Institute. You know, I'll give a little something to the wife for all her efforts. And many other ventures. Why is that mission so important to you? Blah, blah, blah. And it goes on here to explain all of that shit. You can go read about it all you fucking want. This is who he's in bed with. These are the people whom he is in bed with when it comes to anything to do with money on the Democratic side of the political party. And this guy belongs in fucking prison. As simple as that. Trump was 100% spot on when he talked about this. Look at all this shit right here, man. Story of the Collision Brothers. The two Irish brothers behind the world's top illegal Democratic investment scheme. We call it Stripe. And they come from a humble background. One of the richest goddamn families on the planet, by the way. Oh, it's so humble. Yeah, okay, but whatever. They've been sucking Democrat cock. That's what household he came out of. They developed software that was purchased by eBay to help eBay users manage their inventory online better. Okay. And they got paid an extreme amount of money for that, and they could have got this program from anybody for cheap. But this is what you call one government entity helping out another monetarily. Right there is all you got to do. Apple Podcast. Podcast.apple.com. Podcast puts this shit out. I'm using their own goddamn podcast here to out them. Humble background. Beginnings, my ass. They were paid at a young fucking age. They claim to be a company that builds economic infrastructure for the internet. That's not what they're doing. What they're doing is finding every which way they can to fund the Democrats and as many rhino Republicans as they can, and try to be in business with as many people as they can using their fucking technology to do it. This is highly illegal. And Patrick Collision has broken so many federal laws here along with his brother that it don't get any better than this, guys. It's all over their fucking shit here. The Irish Brothers Payments Group Stripe, which is what it's also listed as, is now valued at $95 billion fucking dollars. How do you use something that's not even, nobody's even heard of it before, be worth $95 billion? After raising $600 million for the goddamn Democrats, which is another felony. But you can read all about it on the Irish Times. Paranoia complacency and strife inside the mind of John Collision, who says that Ireland's economic success was founded on radical ideas. However, a wide range and forthright interview, the co-founder of Stripes goes on to say, blah, blah, blah. It's all over the Currency posting this damning fucking post about these guys. He also, Patrick Carlson, praises the European regulation over the U.S. You know, when they try to bow up and get tough against Trump tariffs, he praised that shit because it was anti-Trump. Says here that he joined Meta's board. Right there, board of directors. Now, where does your money go when you donate to Chicago Turns Red? But when you donate that money, it goes to Stripes, and then the Koch brothers claims that money. And here in 2020, they claim to have made $850 million fucking dollars. In other words, it goes straight into their goddamn bank account. And they're being funded by some high people because These motherfuckers have been all-out Democrat supporters from day one. So they're that deep into this shit. You're not going to tell me that this ain't illegal, and you're not going to tell me that these motherfuckers aren't heavily financed. There's another article about them on Puck supporting the fucking Democrats with Caitlyn Jenner and Steve Ballmer's meltdown, supposedly. Practical Collision was having a meltdown with Caitlyn Jenner and Steve Ballmer. Oh, that's funny. All Democrats, motherfuckers. Shut up. His road to profitability. Yeah. He got helped out by somebody we call the Knights Hospitaller because they're heavily involved in Ireland, goddammit. Oh, yeah. It's true. Just like Sweden and Norway. Says here, John and Patrick are equally at home in Silicon Valley and Brussels. They say that's rare in the political climate. Yeah, it's not only rare, it's goddamn me motherfucking illegal as hell for them to be involved in our political climate. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No shit. Well, you can go on and on and on and on reading up illegal shit postings about these fucking brothers. But let me show you their disclaimer that you agree to when you make a donation to them. Are you sure you're sitting down and prepared for this one? You automatically, when you donate to them, release Stripe and its affiliates from any claims, demands, and damages arising out of disputes relating to A, your payment of an order, and B, your use of the buyer's services, including claims you have with business users or other parties. Stripe and its affiliates make no warnings with respect to the product. So they're talking about your political involvement here. If you donate to them, they're not going to promise you that your money's going to go to somebody on the right. And legally, they do not have to give that money to anybody they don't want to. If they want to give it to Democrats, they can. If they just want to put it in their bank account for profit, they can and have. This is all the way around illegal fucking donation scheme. They don't even account for their information provided by business users to you. In other words, they can give their opinion and lie to you all they fucking want. He also further surmised that Stripe and its affiliates are not responsible or liable for you you release Trump and its affiliates from all claims. In other words, you can't sue the motherfuckers. They do whatever they want to with that money. And they are not liable. They're not responsible or reliable to you in any goddamn way. They're not committed to giving that money to anybody on the right. And I'm telling you, they've only ever given money to the left and a few handful of fucking rhino Republicans. Like 2 or 3 of them that I can think of. That's it. And of course, they're claiming that the warranty and disclaimer does not restrict, include, or modify any consumer rights under any applicable law, which they have continued to break. And I've proven it to you in this podcast so far over and over and over again. They're guilty of committing many violations and felonies regarding election tampering in America. Yeah, this was a good find. Thank you, Maurice Depp. And you can go on and read all about it. They're in Australia, New Zealand. They're in Canada, the European Union, Indonesia, Malaysia, the United States. I wonder if some other countries know that these people are illegally into their politics. That was quite an information dump right there, wasn't it? Booyah! I did it again. I got the fucking goods, and I put out a story way before any fucking news story on it or any legal action taken against these fucking brothers and their their illegal political interference and all the felonies I just showed you that they have committed here in America. It's people like this we need to get rid of. So be sure to send this link and anything else you find to the Republican Party. Make sure that they get this information. Oh, don't worry. I'll be doing that also. But God bless. Peace out. And I'll catch you on the next go around. How about that? And all of this good food for thought. Where else are you going to get it if you don't get it from T-Bob Love, baby? And I simply do this because I do love you, the people.